Good evening. We are Group 26, reporting live from Taylor's University Lakeside campus about colonialism in fashion. I am Abdul Rahman.
I am Saif Ali.
When we think about colonialism, we think that it's only physical, but you'll be surprised to know that it can be materially, mentally, intellectually, or through people's thoughts.
Well, the West has been successful in spreading its influence globally, known as Western powers, Western colonies throughout the world. And what is fashion? Fashion encompasses the prevalence, style of clothing, accessories, and overall appearance, reflecting the culture and social influence of a particular time. It involves creating, distribution, and consuming clothing, often influenced by factors such as culture, social class, personal exception, and even technological advancements. The history of fashion is very complexly linked with narratives of colonialism, reflecting the exploitation and culture appropriation from the exploitation of resources and labor in colonized regions to the appropriation of indigenous designs and symbols. The fashion industry has been shaped by colonial legacies.
Moreover, traditional beauty standards in fashion have often marginalized non European standards. Recognizing these historical and contemporary intersections is essential for understanding the industry's impact on marginalized communities and for advocating for more inclusive and equitable practices in fashion.
Fashion history is closely tied to stories of oppression and colonialism, showing power relatives, exploitation, and cultural appropriation. Additionally, traditional beauty standards in fashion often set non-European cultures and support oppressive norms. Understanding its history and current connotations is crucial for grasping the industry's impact on communities and pushing for more inclusive and fair fashion practices. Today, we interviewed some students to hear their thoughts on this topic.
During this interview question, some could not list down examples, but it was found that many examples of cultural appropriation in the fashion industry include the use of Latin American handdresses in fashion without understanding the cultural significance or the use of beadings as a fashion statement without acknowledging the cultural significance in Indian communities.
Fashion, in my opinion, is a powerful tool for opposing colonialism and oppression because it highlights the diversity and complexity of many cultures that are frequently ignored or exploited. By placing a high priority on using indigenous tribes' traditional textiles and techniques in designs, not just to honor their cultural legacy but also to give them economic leverage.
Let's go to the library and find anyone to answer our question.
It depends on some brands. The fashion industry's fixation with exoticism frequently results in theft of cultural icons and customs, which not only belittles the original creators but also feeds negative preconceptions. Fashion forms should collaborate meaningfully with communities to counteract this, making sure that cultural exchanges are carried out in an ethical and respectful manner. I think Malaysia is very careful with this. However, there are other companies that do engage in this. Persons of color, plus-sized persons, and those who defy conventional gender norms are all marginalized and excluded by the fashion industry's long-standing reinforcement of Eurocentric beauty standards. Fashion firms need to actively support different definition of beauty and question the industry's restrictive standards of attractiveness in order to counter these oppressive myths. From the interviews, we can see that some companies do indeed have oppressive narratives and stereotypes. For example, having harsh conditions for models of minorities and so on.
Not much most of the time it is just whether a fashion looks good or not. From the interview, we realized that not many people know about this subject, or most of them meaning look fashion not at a way that is negative, or rather through the matter of whether it's good look for them or not.
After the interviews, I think fashion should care more about different kinds of people being included. So fashion isn't just about clothes, it shows what's going on in society, politics, and culture. We need to keep talking about these things to make sure fashion is fair and respectful to everyone. That's what we learned from our interviews. Thank you, everyone.
To conclude the topic explores the historical and contemporary relation of colonialism with fashion industry, highlighting the exploitation of non-white communities in the global south at every stage of the fashion cycle, the impact of cultural appropriation, and the potential for social change and resistance within the industry.